Good afternoon, and what is a mild, bright, and sunny day. It is Thursday, October the 3rd, and I'm in the reading nook with a nice hot cup of tea. And a box to continue unboxing. And inside here, what I've got is a copy of Junkyard Joe. Some heroes are made, not born. From the explosive pages of Geiger comes Junkyard Joe. The world knows him from the Sunday comic strip created by recently retired cartoonist Muddy Davis, but the truth stretches back to the Vietnam War. Today, those memories still haunt Muddy. Nightly, the tragedies of combat and visions of a strange robot soldier named Joe that saved his life there come to him over and over again. But dreams become reality when Joe mysteriously shows up on Muddy's doorstep, warning of a new impending war. Joe's presence has caught the attention of Muddy's new neighbours, particularly teenage children, who are looking for any friends they can in this new town. But Joe and the kids aren't the only strangers in town, and a sinister and clandestine group of killers seek to claim Joe for themselves, leaving a trail of corpses in their deadly pursuit. And if Muddy Davis and the kids get into this assassin's way, they're merely collateral damage in the building unknown war. This collects Junkyard Joe issues 1 to 6. It's published by Image Comics, a publisher that I really like because it publishes a lot of really interesting and quite a wide range of stories, saga fatale, paper girls, and so on, that are interesting, exciting, fun to read, and tell good stories. So this is by Geoff Johns, Gary Frank, and Brad Anderson. Certainly Geoff Johns is a well-known name in the industry. It begins almost like cartoon-like. It's Junkyard Joe by Muddy Davis. This is essentially the cartoon strip that he drew, and it fades out to actual memories, presumably of Vietnam, 1972. And stories about Vietnam are sort of kind of a well tread. In comics, not so much. Probably the most well-known one is Vietnam, published by Marvel Comics in the 80s. That was so kind of separate to the Marvel sort of universe at the time, although eventually the Punisher did turn up in later stories, and this is going to be quite bloody, as you can see from there. So yeah, these are the recollections of Muddy's time in the war. Really, this whole first issue is about that time in the war, and his counter with Junkyard Joe. Interesting, I like about the title is the fact that essentially Junkyard Joe's dog tags are blank. And then we actually have cut away from the war. Essentially, we actually have a sort of discussion between Nixon and Kissinger there about the war, perhaps the Junkyard Joe program. And then war ends. We cut back to today for the next issue. And Muddy, essentially surviving, existing, old vet, looking to see a new family arrive in locally amidst the winter. The children there unloading um, trailer, and so on. And now we see the comics that he's working on, and even suffering the memories. And then suddenly, there he is. There's Junkyard Joe on his doorstep, unexpectedly, 50 years later. So yeah, this absolutely looks great. It looks like a great story. The artwork is excellent. And and it's sort of like you see the kind of the comparison here between Muddy Davis's at Junkyard Joe versus kind of Peanuts is going to be an interesting comparison. And even the existence of Junkyard Joe kind of dolls there. I mean, basically, essentially, the comic has become its own sort of like intellectual property, based upon Muddy's memories. And there are more of them. Um, it looks like, or at least those are the ones hunting him. Oop. And then we cut back to 1972 again. So you're jumping back and forth, past and present, trying to work out what's going on. Um, to, with basically Junkyard Joe and Muddy Davis essentially having to confront dangers and darkness in both time periods. Um, and then it comes to the end, at least certainly the first of 6 volumes, 6 issues. 7 months later, we've got basically a Junkyard Joe doll, and then covers. I actually really like the fact that you've got Junkyard Joe doll there, done sort of like, well, it would be sort of like a GI Joe doll. The equivalent, the UK equivalent, would be Action Man. So, just some notes at the end from the creators. I think that's a nice inclusion. And that is Junkyard Joe, issues 1 to 6 collected volume from Image Comics. I really like the look of that. Looking forward to reading that soon. And it looks like a great comic. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a box containing a book or game or role-playing supplement, or in this case a graphic novel from Image Comics, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice cup of tea, then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook, and we'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.